Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This is War. Gintu's shocking plan against Davyjnr. I've always said nothing normally happens out of just a mere coincidence. It is scripted just to achieve a specified objective. And therefore, for Mukami to come in and speak the unthinkable and spew everything against Davyjnr and Amora's family, everything had to be scripted and planned, and the plan had to be executed as Gintu wanted. And that is the secret weapon that majority of people know, pretending to be interviewing Mukami after Mukami has already been bought an alcohol. You know, Mukami is just speaking. Simply means Mukami does not have values in life.
In fact,
going forward,
land can be claimed, and we tell them, go back to Kisii and build your house there. Why are they here? Okay. They belong to Kisii.
Okay.
Who is a Korean who has gone to buy a land at Kisii? In fact, they just come here to this village and they want to worship them. And we can't worship them.
Okay.
We are now enlightened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also we have some educational bit.
Yeah.
The civil education we are having.
Yeah.
And we can just get some of the 2-3 things, and we can just identify our own rights and freedoms.
Yeah.
So right now, you could really only deduce one thing. Why is the tribal hatred to the Kisii people? What has Kisii people done to most, if not all, Koreans? We are in this with the 26th or 27th century. Such kind of things people are not supposed to even think of. Then on the video, you hear them claiming that they are clever, they are learned, and they've gone to school. What kind of school that you've gone? What kind of enlightened have you gone? And most of the time you spew things that are so archaic, things that were long done before, and your behavior itself mirrors it. What you exude, your behavior, the people you talk to, on how your action is, and how you live even in your house and outside, doesn't really reflect the enlightenment that you people are talking about. You know, these people are so thick upstairs, living in the bushes, and sometimes even using the flying toilet. What is so enlightened? I know the reasons. The reasons why majority of you don't want the Amora's family and this family is just because these people are so civic and civilized. They're living the modern life that you people sometimes, you are an anti-changed. You refuse to conform within the modern norms. In these centuries, and the modern day century, people could still support the local brew. Then you claim and support that it's tradition. Hogwash. Hogwash. Now, you're talking about the issue of the land, because at that time they were talking about the issue of the land. He has accused the Amora's family of acquiring land and giving people one to the other. I'm still asking Mukami, which land and how many parcels have you sold to this family? Do you know even the process of purchasing a land? The process of purchasing a land was just to help you acquire it peacefully without anything. Otherwise, if you're capable, me myself, I can come and buy land myself and I do not need a lawyer, because I know how to do a search. If you're witnesses, I will require the service of the witnesses. The only person whom I'll need a surveyor plus some 2, 3, 4 witnesses to come in. Because a surveyor must know the parcel of the land. A surveyor will also help me to do the search. If I want to involve the lawyer plus the witnesses, the lawyer plus the witnesses are paid. Because a surveyor doesn't take too much of cash. Surveyor just only take 5,000. A lawyer also will take a 5,000 just because his work is just to give you, just to commission it. Just to commission it and gives advice, or he becomes a consultant in that piece of land, and adversary matters land and succession of matters equipment. I hope such kind of things you don't understand. Therefore, most of the things that these people have really talked about, this is non-cohesive kind of talk that if reported to the government of Kenya, therefore you'll be called of such kind of an utterances. I know, because lack of good work and hard work and being smart, therefore people from other community who are now residing with you genuinely and peacefully doing well, now you resort to really tag them back that the Kisii people are never wanted here. Why are they imposing themselves to Nyabohanse? If there is no any Korean who have bought land in Kisii, is on their own volition. In my area, I come in Kisumu, a place called Mamboleo. If you come to a place called Mamboleo, there are very many Koreans who have come and bought lands there. I know several of them. In my place, there are so many Kisiis. From Nairobi Road, you are coming and you're approaching where we call Nyamasaria. Nyamasaria is a place in Kisumu that Kisiis are all there because being that they are merchant, all the houses that they are building, others are living in Minnesota and decided that they are no longer going back to Kisii. They resorted to buy land in Kisumu City. They've built story building and they've called their own family. If I go the other side of Mamboleo, there is a place called Lolwe. You know, Lolwe are in two sections. If you go to Lolwe, my friend, just next around the Kisumu showground, you will find most of the tycoons and the learned fellas from Korea land really dwells in Kisumu, a place called Lolwe. I know another one who is in the government and working is a DCIO, a district criminal investigation officer. I know another one who is also a regional commissioner. Just next to my neighbor. My neighbor. They lives there and has got a daughter called Gisare. There's another one called Bitutu. There's another one called Boke. I know all of them. They are there. But in my area, you'll never find anybody uttering such kind of word that this is not. And in fact, they've even joined our clan such that if somebody gets a funeral, they contribute because that is now their new clan. That's now their new clan. But what is happening back with some kind of echelons and charlatans speaking things that they don't know? Therefore, you guys, you are clueless. In fact, you must be arrested. If Davyjnr should just take this clip and you must be arrested going forward. The element of doublespeak was really spot on and was really vividly captured during this video. And the doublespeak itself is now, Matiko is now being given conditions and was being given warning, but it's Gintu through the sponsor. Because Matiko was told if he wants good and if he wants to be helped and if he wants shopping to be given to him, therefore he must limit the intake of the liquor in her body because that one makes him look terrible. That is what he was told by Gintu from
I give them an answer.
the wicked donor.
Buy, no. I will buy because I know how to bargain and I'm a fish farmer also. I'll make sure that Matiko is talking about Matiko, just relax. Ona Matiko. If you want this kind of the stuffs to come, kama unataka hizi vitu zikuwa zinakuja. Enda vile hali inataka.
Sawa.
Tukikwambia punguza. Unajua the more watakuona una react. Kanambe ngeo the more itakuwa fiti. Au vipi?
Kanambe no manyiga na punguza.
Matiko is saying something.
Mahanka unyori nyori mbenyika noriga.
Sinikwambia nitakuja.
Yori nkogendirira nyoro tanyori kan.
Hey.
Uwe.
Gintu kamaki. Yang gen.
Ono gere moini inkyo.
Ta tiga mangana kugere mama.
Yeah, guys, everything is so possible, and I salute this kind of the time, and I say God bless each and every other person who has blessed. As soon as
Gintu is telling them, Matiko, if you really want to be helped, you must limit the intake of the liquor. Because at that moment, there was shopping that was done that Gintu brought to Boke, the Gintu sister. So in the midst of giving these things out and issuing all this shopping out, it's like Matiko was disenfranchised. The reason being is like Matiko really knows that every moment that a shopping is brought, it must be given shopping. But it appeared that his was not there at the moment that Gintu was giving this. So Matiko was not happy. Matiko kept on looking at bread. Matiko kept on looking anything to take. More so, he wanted food, because even at that moment, Matiko was drunk. Matiko was drunk. That's now begs the question. Why is the double speak? Isn't this the same thing that Davyjnr used to unravel and used to fight because he wanted to eradicate the level of alcohol or liquor intake within these people and within this family? Now they've come to see the sense. They've come to see Matiko as a nuisance. And by the way, the other day, Matiko, Gintu was like, Gintu was told us is going to buy them phones. We're just waiting. I know you just give Matiko only something like 2 days, that phone won't be there. They were given 800 shillings each, something approximately $10. Where is that $10? The $10 has not even taken 2 days. It's gone, literally in the village, and just because of the liquor. Now the shopping for Matiko hasn't arrived, and Matiko now was in a commotion, scrambling for shopping with the sisters and the mothers and plus the Godfrey. The first shopping that was done, you saw Matiko took the milk. Gintu told them that that milk is for the tea or for the small children. Matiko took the milk, tore the milk with the teeth, and decided to drink the milk. Imagine if the milk of the tea and the milk that is meant for the children, Matiko drank it. He couldn't even care more because entitlement, because blinded by always taking alcohol, involving himself in irrational decision making. You know, this is the problem, and this is what this wicked donor through Gintu was encouraging: a bad behavior, a rotten behavior of always justifying taking liquor to be a traditions of the Korean community, of which is not. This is just to justify. If it is, then it's a rotten one. Must be done away with. You know, it must be done away with. People must conform to the modern days living. There are other kind of traditions that really poverty driven, that are really a connotations of untold suffering that must be left, because such kind of traditions and values are against humanity. They degrade people's dignity that are never, even our constitution itself doesn't allow it. So guys, there is one thing that now is also cropping up, and that one again is a double speak. And this one is the story of injunction and the caveat. You know, I perchance watching this video where Gintu is claiming and asking himself a question and lamenting loudly that why would Davyjnr block the Matiko and the Matiko family never to access the quiet grandma home, telling us that it was flabbergasted that Davyjnr has now taken center stage and locking people from quiet grandma home. That there must be a solution, that Matiko's family must be allowed to get into there. Let's watch
whenever they see
that
Matiko,
video.
they will be arresting Matiko. I was so flabbergasted in a way, like we have to find a solution And the solution are going to be getting Mambo are going to be getting the solution today, and we're going to be dealing with this kind of the lazy boy. He thinks about we are here in terms of using whatever is not necessary, altering our own bodies, and you think, and yesterday we said it, if you are looking forward, there's a lady who is there, and the little fact that I know is he is looking forward to take over that lady and get her again and talk about, oh, grandmother, there's a sponsor who has said about, oh, we're going to be getting this lady to Sirari town, let me go and rent her, so they can just continue acting pornography, which is not, which is a very stupid thing. And this kind of the activities of showing the bodies of this kind of the young ladies and talking about you're going to be gaining your own money and influence, which is a bad condition ever possible. But we are not here to instigate anybody and talk about, oh, this is a pleasure or whatever.
I call a master of a double speak. An irony presented in its in its form that majority of people sometimes they want to claim that they don't know about it. But that is how it happens, and people sometimes don't want to conform with a lot that is going on. Let's speak about it. You know, isn't this Gintu plus the donor who went to the police and gagged Davyjnr and put a caveat and injunct Davyjnr never to step at Matiko's place? Why are they crying when Davyjnr has done the same? Yes, Davyjnr told the quiet grandma that at any moment Gintu, all the negative naysayers comes from back home, call the police or call me and I will deal with them. And Gintu, this one, try even telling the Matiko's family to ever step there. Therefore, you will see the fire that you people haven't seen. That's the best thing. Try cross. Then you'll see fire that you people haven't seen. Because the problem is, you people start war that you cannot finish. Then the good thing with Davyjnr will finish you that kind of war. That's why sometimes always pick a war carefully. Some other wars doesn't need to be fought. You walk away with it. Doesn't make you a lesser a human being. Doesn't. So this issue of doublespeak itself must stop, because it is not making sense either. Not making sense for majority of people. You know, guys, it never stopped from there. Murimi and Maxwan has come in this YouTube space full throttle, gesturing and warning Davyjnr, because in that video they tagged Davyjnr with a lot of cryptic kind of a message, and the message itself was now laughing Davyjnr because Murimi has been bought a phone, and it's a phone that is telling us that it's been bought a phone, and now you want to use that phone in telling all a story which are lies that is confirmed as going to damage Davyjnr. You know, and Murimi is happy, laughing with money, something like $50 or so that he was given. Let's watch the video.
3, 4, 5. That is for your that is for your airtime. Airtime.
Mama yangu.
In our village here we say credit.
Credit.
But it is airtime. In abroad they call it minutes.
Minutes.
Yeah, you can now use that to put the minutes in your phone.
This one.
Each and every time people are calling, the phone again, the phone again.
Don't you forget, I've got a new phone. See. They thought that I won't have a phone.
Yeah,
see?
Everything is just in the video. You can see. You are going to watch everything the way it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you are going to see that we did it. The box is here.
Yeah, very brand new.
The brand new. And this phone is $256.
156 GB. Yeah,
dollars. Even the everything. Even someone is calling you with this phone. We've already started. Receive. Receive. Receive.
Hello. Hello.
Put a loudspeaker.
That's why sometimes you see Murimi is very happy now. At the same time when Davyjnr used to give him gift, he was happy. And most of the youth slogan whenever Murimi hear about gift, you would see Mama Yangu, Mama Yangu. It's the same cryptic message that is giving vibes, that's giving Max One. I wish him well, and I pray so hard that let him keep this phone, let it not be sold. How many number of times has he been bought phone? Davyjnr bought him 2 phones. All were sold. The first phone, it was bought. It went and sold to the liquor store. When Davy found the phone, Davy found the phone that has already been stolen or has already been sold. Davy left. Davy came back. Davy decided to buy a phone for Alima. What happened? The husband, who is a drunken master and a daily drinking officer, DDO, took Halima's phone, the wife's phone, went and sold it. So 2 phones bought by Davyjnr and stole, and he went and sold it. The 3rd phone he was bought. Then what happened? What happened? He brought problems with Halima. Therefore, Davy returned the phone, and the phone was given Halima when Halima left. So this guy, I'm acutely sure the phone is going to be sold. Maybe in a period of 2 weeks, because it's going to open YouTube, it's going to say whole hand nonsensical kind of story that are never making sense, but only to defame. But nobody's going to buy them, nobody's going to view. There is no money that's going to generate, then he's going to be frustrated, then he's going to sell the phone. Secondly, the money is going to go to liquor. Whether the money you're telling, Uzbekistan is telling you is for credit, is for airtime, is for minutes, all that money has already been finished by now, because yesterday he was given the money. It's done. Max One, go and check the status of Murimi today. Then give me a feedback or filling him in that status. You will be shocked. And that is most of the things that we are telling you over here. So everything that you are seeing in all these videos are scripted. Scripted to make Davyjnr look bad. And Gintu also has mastered that kind of art, that the secret plan is he doesn't want to speak out directly to these people, but he wants to use these people as a mouthpiece to pass the message. And that's the secret behind it. Guys, let me know your thoughts and your opinion at the comment section. Until next time, this is your boy Senior Zach.